It's a little weird, though, to be in the snow talking about global warming, a point not missed by President Donald Trump, who tweeted this. He said, well, it happened again. Amy Klobuchar announced that she's running for president, talking proudly of fighting global warming while standing in a virtual blizzard of snow, ice and freezing temperatures. Bad timing. By the end of her speech, she looked like a snowman woman. And that tweet went viral, 166,000 likes. Very funny. I think this is going to be a great season for politics, just like you had, 15, 16, 17 Republicans vying against each other in 2015, 16. It was wonderful. I think you're going to have the most interesting characters, including the abominable snow woman here. And joining us now to talk about this live from Washington, D.C. is our friend Pardes Seleh, who has written about Senator Klobuchar in Media. Great to see you again, Pardes.
Hi, thanks for having me back.
Well, it's fun to talk with you, and you're right there in America's capital. Would you agree with, you got a couple of news stories you've written about it, I want to get to them, but would you agree with me that it is likely that this senator is going to have an interesting time, going to be part of a few debates, get her name out there, but the likelihood that she will get past the first few primaries or caucuses is pretty much as low as the temperature that day in Minnesota? It's near zero.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that you'd never heard of her. I never heard of her either. And I live here and I'm surrounded by everything. And I never heard of her. The first thing that I saw when I looked online was all these just, her former employee, her former staffers, just like ripping her. And this has been actually going on for a while. A year ago, Politico reported that she was listed one of the worst bosses in Congress. She made it to that list. And she also has one of the highest turnover rates, if not the highest. So she already had a bad reputation. And then now that she's announced her candidacy for president, she's now a whole wave of new people are coming up and saying how bad she is, her old staffers, and saying what she did to them, when they were working for her.
Donald Trump, he was famous for a very long time, but I think one of his iconic phrases is, "You're fired," from The Apprentice. It sounds like when she fired someone, that wasn't enough. Let me quote from one of your very interesting stories here on Mediaite. Klobuchar reportedly called new employers of her departing staffers to have their job offers rescinded. So, like, anyone can fire someone, but to fire someone and then try and get them fired from their next job, that's special. I've never heard of that before, Pardes.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like she feels betrayed if somebody wants to leave her office. Why would they ever want to leave? So she would call their future employers to make sure they didn't get the jobs.
That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant show. Every day I do a video monologue and then I interview an interesting guest, and then I end by reading my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.